edit.
Lilly James, welcome to Toronto. It's so wonderful to have you here. And for me, I'm so excited to meet you because being such a huge Downton Abbey fan, Lady Rose is by far one of my favorite characters.
No, she's not.
Honest to God, she's evolved so much.
Oh, good.
Like this season for sure. I'm so happy for her.
Oh, me too.
It's been great. But my goodness, Cinderella, I mean, what girl doesn't, little girl doesn't dream of playing or being Cinderella? Was it something in your sights?
I mean, it was as a kid, and then you grow up, and I never expected it, and I'm still quite shocked that I'm playing her.
What was the reaction when, say Kenneth Branagh gave you a call and said, you know what, I'm going to give you this role?
Well, that was exactly it, and usually your agent calls you, but for this, I was on set at Downton, and Ken rang me himself, and even just hired Ken Branagh, and I was like, oh, and then he told me, and I screamed so loud, and Laura and Michelle, Mary and Edith came running over, and he was like, but you're not allowed to tell anyone, so I was like, oh, nothing's happened. And I was just completely, I was so happy.
How did you get into Cinderella mode? What does one do?
What does one do? First of all, I did a lot of work prior to filming. I had to learn to horse ride, dancing. I did a lot of yoga for like a physicality and a strength, and then also just I had Ken Branagh, and he's such a wonderful director. So he helped me build the character, and yeah.
Yeah, and then the beautiful ball gown. I mean, seriously, was it tougher to wear a corset that pulls you in so tight, or is it tougher to wear the clothes on Downton Abbey where they kind of flatten you up?
I have to say 100% I find the flattening worse. I'm quite used to a corset, and I am, and so, but to be fair, anything that's corseted or flattening, it's not comfortable. I'm so glad that women don't have to endure that any longer.
Yeah, no kidding. And just to manipulate that beautiful dress and dancing in that, was that difficult for you?
Yeah, it was hard, but it was also all part and parcel of it. And in a way, it gave me not only a way of standing and a sort of way of moving that helped, but it was also, just to wear that gown, I felt I could really be a princess in that dress.
Yeah, and your Prince Charming wasn't so bad.
Yeah, he was all right. Yeah. He wasn't bad to look at, and he could act. So.
Hey, what the heck? I'll work with him.
Yeah,
but
I'll take those
seriously,
blue eyes.
wow, the chemistry also was just so lovely between the two of you. Did you get on just immediately?
Yeah, it's so nice because everyone's saying we had great chemistry, and I guess when you're doing it, and we're friends, so when you're just doing it, and then we're mates, and now everyone's saying that, and I'm so pleased. And we're working together again. We're going to do Romeo and Juliet together.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can hardly wait for that. And what I found so cute that you had another Downton co-star in this film who played your stepsister. Of course, she's Daisy on Downton Abbey. What was it like? Because I just thought it for me, or also for Downton fans, when you're doing up her corset, I go, isn't that supposed to be the other way around?
I know. I feel really bad about that moment as well because we both got really into it, and she was just making me laugh, and I was pulling it so tight, and I think I sort of like burnt her skin. Oh. But yeah, no, she loved, I think more than the fact that she got to boss me around, which was a nice change, I just loved that she got more than one costume and red hair and lipstick, and I think she's just amazing in this film.
And she's out of the kitchen.
Yeah, it couldn't be any better.
Oh, no, for sure. And then you get to work with, oh my God, Kate Blanchett, and look at the co-stars that you get to work with. Are you kind of like pinching yourself in terms of your career these days and the people that you get to work with, and especially in this cast, like, my goodness.
I know. One of the coolest things when I watched the film was just seeing myself in a scene with Kate Blanchett. It was so surreal, and also he kind of introduces us in the same way. Like, I walk in and turn that way, and she walks in, and I was like, oh my, this is just insane. And on top of that, just the fact that both Helena and Kate were just so wonderful to work with, so kind, generous, and just by being in a scene with them, it made me better. So I'm so grateful.
One of my favorite scenes is after the ball when you're in the coach and you're coming back, and just to see that all evolved and how it turned out. And was that surprising to you to see that all put together? What a great scene.
I know. And also what was really cool about it, like, and this is what is the same for the whole movie, was that there was barely any CGI. I mean, it was, everything was built and real and there. And even with the pumpkin stuff, like, me and Helena had an inflatable pumpkin. I had a pumpkin that got smaller, and I was doing this, and I had one that had my arms and legs popped out, and I ran along, and I was on a sort of a harness, and I was on a trampoline, and I was just thrown around, and so to see it in the end was just brilliant and silly and
fantastic. It's so fantastic. I can't say enough about this movie. You're fantastic. You make the screen glow in everything that you do. You're
Thank
just
you.
so lovely, and I'm so happy for your success. So I do hope that Lady Rose does come back and
She'll be
visit her
back.
family.
She'll
Okay,
be back.
good, because you can't not come see your family.
I do better at myself.
So wonderful to meet you.
You
Thank you so
too.
much, and best of luck with
Thank
everything.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.